Welcome back, everyone. This is Josh Albo. I'm going to be going over one of Graham Stevens' videos from about a month ago, the best 6 credit cards you need in 2020. You all know that I talk about credit cards a decent amount between my Instagram and my YouTube channel. Graham Stevens is a real estate entrepreneur out of California. I believe he's a little bit older than me, but speaking at least for myself, I can say I appreciate the videos he makes. So the purpose of going through this video is going to be any crossover, leakage between people that follow me but they may not know who he is, spreading the content that he's putting out because I think it needs to be said, and I know that what he's posted has helped me, so I want to share that, help more people that follow me. So let's hop into the video.
What's up, guys? It's Graham here. So as I'm sure many of you are aware, the one thing I love more than anything, even more so than finding really creative ways to ask you to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, would...
Speaking of, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, because all these videos are going to be about putting dollars in your pocket. The coaching program's great, but just watching a 5 to 15 minute video on my channel should make you at least $1,000, not including the $10,000 in bonuses I talk about. So please like and subscribe. It helps more people just like you and I see these videos, which means we all make more money.
Be credit cards. That's right, these little pieces of plastic, or sometimes more commonly now metal, hold a really special place in my heart. And I spend way too much of my time looking up which ones have the best rewards, how to maximize the value of my points, and how to use these little things to increase my credit score, which then give me a better interest rate anytime I go and buy real estate. And today,
I'm glad that he talks about this. I don't use credit cards to buy real estate. You can use your credit and higher credit score or your business credit to buy real estate. So that's a good point that he talks about. I do love the credit leverage side. There's a gentleman on Instagram, I believe his @ is King Credit. I can't pronounce his name right now. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But his channel is probably the best, in my opinion. There's other channels out there that are pretty good. I think he has the best content about credit itself. He just posted today that he has like $20 million between the students, $20 million of credit access between the students that he's coached. So imagine, for simplicity, because this is probably doable, if him and all his students came together and put $20 million down, they could get a $100 million property. And he's about, I think he's maybe a couple years older than me, a year or two. And he's a normal dude. He was in $84,000 worth of debt. So this is kind of getting off the Graham video, but credit's important. But like Graham said, I like that he's talking about credit, the importance of credit, getting the bonuses from credit, which is also one of the things I talk about because we love free money and the rich don't work for money and free money is real. But then also getting more cards over time can boost your credit score, getting you up in the 800 range, which allows you more access to more leverage, which allows you more access to more investment opportunities. And again, why would we invest with our own money? It's always better to use OPM or other people's money. So I think he might cover that a little bit more in this video.
all of that research and time spent analyzing credit cards really late at night is going to be put to good use because we're going to be covering the best credit cards in existence throughout 6 different categories. We're going to be going over the best credit card for cash back, the best credit card for dining, the best credit card for travel, the best credit card with a sign-up bonus, the best credit card for 0% interest, and then to top it all off, we'll end it with the best credit card overall. And remember, the point of this is not to dig yourself in debt or go and buy that cool $75,000 robotic dog that'll take you 20 years to pay off. Instead, this is really just about maximizing the best value for your spending with money you would be spending anyway in a situation where you could get free.
Perfect example. So one thing, this is not about getting yourself into bad debt. There's bad debt and there's good debt. It is about putting money in your pocket. Now, most of the cards that I've talked about, I don't think I've talked about really any travel cards. They're good for business. So like the business owner travel cards, I know there's some that you can get like $750 of free travel on. So it's not a bad deal, and you get a couple of those. My focus has been the cash back and then sharing cash back with other people and then using the free cash back towards investment opportunities so that you don't even have to risk our money or other people's money. It's house money. But I'm also going to make a video this week about how there's no such thing as house money. Any money in your brokerage account or your trading account or your bank account is all your money. But just because, let's say, you made that $5,000 in free cash from the bonuses doesn't mean that's free money. And I was kind of using that in my pitch before, and now I'm taking that completely out because I think that's a bad way to describe it on my end.
Stuff, whereas otherwise you would not be getting free stuff. First, we're going to be starting off with an easy one, and that is the best credit card for people who want cash back. Now, I think this is the most important one for people to pay attention to who don't do a lot of traveling or do a whole bunch of random spending and just want to get everything at a slight discount, because this one is going to give you the most money back at the end of every single month, and that would be through the Citi Double Cash Rewards credit card. That's going to be giving you unlimited 2% cash back on everything. 1% when you make a charge to the account, and another 1% when you pay off the balance.
I don't have this specific card. I have a Citi card that I got I believe like $100 or $200, $150 or $200 bonus on. So it was the free cash that I was going for. I'm not sure what the cashback rate is on it because I don't really spend on that card. I mostly use my Chase Freedom Unlimited card, which I heard that they're converting over to something else now. However, the card that I think is going to do better than this, because the 2% is great and everything. I get 1.5% of my Chase Freedom Unlimited card. But the card that I think is way better is the Discover card, because they match your first year and they give you 5% quarterly depending on certain things. So last month, they gave me 5% up to the first $1,500 I spent on PayPal transactions. So just knowing if I just wanted to have a transaction on PayPal where PayPal's going to charge me 3%, so I make 2% on top because that's the difference between the 5% and the 3%. But then also they're going to double it at the end of the year, and they're not going to be able to charge me that 3% at the end of the year because it's just doubled no matter what. It's matched at the end of the year for the first year. That's a free 7% cash back for those months. And that's presuming that I was to not spend the PayPal on something else. If I actually buy something through PayPal and I transact through PayPal, then it's an even better deal because I'm making the full 10%. And then the next 3 months, it's going to be Walmart, Amazon, I want to say Target as well. So if I'm buying my things from there, I want to say it might be Whole Foods too. So if I'm buying my everyday groceries from there, I'm much better off getting the 5% matched at the end of the year, which is 10% cash back versus this 2%.
That easy. That's right, you can now get 2% off that Nicolas Cage pillowcase your girlfriend has been begging you to get for her birthday. Now what makes this card so good is that the 2% cash back applies to anything without any limits. Whereas instead, a lot of credit cards will either give you slightly less or give you more cash back on certain categories within certain time frames, and then put a limit on how much cash back you could get. For example, the Discover It cash back card can give you up to 5%.
Crazy, that's just what I talked about. Still, between the 5, I would do the 10% here, and then I would transfer over to the Chase Freedom Unlimited card because I get 1.5% on that, plus 2 to 3% depending if it's dining or gas. So I get that this card, it does make sense. I'm not gonna disagree with them. I like the 2% all around because then it's all around. But if you play it a little bit, if you pay a little bit better attention, and I know he does it, so this is not about him at all. I know that he looks at it and like looks at these things probably in more detail than I do. But for a simple ease of access, short term, getting it all together, like getting cash in your pocket, this is the one I would recommend instead. But the 2% is still a great deal. I'm glad that he brought it up because I didn't know about it.
Percent cash back, but every 3 months it's going to be a different category and up to $1,500. But with this one, you never need to remember which categories are in the right season or which cards to pull out at which spot. So you never need to go and remember like, oh, it's Mondays, so if I spend money at Ruby Tuesdays, I'll get 5% off in the month of October. You never
There's the call out. Okay, he's complete. Yeah, I can dig that. I agree with that.
have to remember that. All, by the way, with no annual fee. And don't just take...
Of course, we love cards with no annual fee. If you do get an Amex and they have an annual fee on it, there's ways to get around that. Again, King Credit would be the one to talk to on Instagram about that, not me, but there's ways to get annual fees waived. But we don't like annual fees anyway.
My word for it. We could go on their website and see what other people are saying about this card. It's pretty good. This user said, great card, it's great. This person said, really like the card. Or this one, awesome. And H-Town said, nice card. Imagine if my reviews were like that, by the way. Just no context whatsoever, just this. Awesome. Nice card. End of video. But now we're going to be moving on to the next category of this list, and that would be the best credit card for travel. Now, even though a lot of people right now are not traveling, the one I'm about to mention still offers a ton of flexibility, and it's really easy to get your money's worth with this one, and that would be the Chase Sapphire Reserve.
This is one of the videos I talked about too, so I believe this is the $750 bonus after you spend 2 or 3K on the card.
Costing you $550 a year as an annual fee, which on the surface is a lot of money. But this is one of the few cards where if you know
Just kidding, I lied. There's a business card that's a way better deal than this that you don't have an annual fee on.
how to use it correctly, you can actually make a lot of money from it. So here's how you could do that. 1, the sign-up bonus. You're going to be getting 50,000 points when you spend $4,000 on the card within the first 3 months, and those 50,000 points are worth $750 when you redeem it through travel or straight up just cash back. Now, before anyone inevitably
Or straight up cashback. Okay, 750. So you make your $200.
comments and says something like,
But Graham, you have to spend $4,000 just to get $750 back. That's a bad deal. You're losing money.
well, that's not really how it works. If you are just going to naturally spend $4,000 over the next 3 months anyway, then you may as well put it on this card and get money back, whereas otherwise you would be getting nothing.
Again, great point. This isn't money that you're just going out and spending for no reason. You're spending money that you'd already be spending anyway, or creating transactions between you and your business and your partnerships that are completely legitimate, completely legal, to register these points to get the points on the card so that you can get the cash back. And the planning side, I guess one thing would be you can plan this out. So if you know you have a trip coming up, or if you know you just want to take a trip coming up that you don't want to pay for it with money out of pocket, this can be a way to take care of that for you.
And if you cannot organically spend $4,000 on the card within the first 3 months, then I don't recommend you get the card, and it's best to hold off for now. Problem solved. Anyway, in addition to getting 50,
kind of disagree with that, because you can manufacture the spending on it. You have to do it completely legitimately, but through the manufactured spending, which is what we do with the other cards, you can spend $4,000 without losing $4,000 in spending, if that makes sense.
50,000 points worth $750, you're going to be getting a $300 annual travel credit towards anything travel related. That includes hotels, parking meters, Airbnb, Uber, airfare, timeshares.
Okay, this might be some type of a different thing, because $300 travel credits, I'm not going to complain about that too. That adds up to it's closer to $500 in spending now.
And to me, this is really just like free money, because all of us inevitably will probably be spending $300 a year in this category anyway. Now, you're also going to be getting a $120 statement credit towards DoorDash deliveries and free Dash Pass.
Whoa, okay. Free Dash Pass, completely recommend. I have that through my Freedom Unlimited card. That's been huge. $0 delivery fee has saved me hundreds of dollars in delivery fees, and then another $120 in statement credits through DoorDash too. So this is starting to add up. I think this might be a good deal, even though it's the $550 up front. I think you can make this a good deal where you actually make like a few $100s on it, like 500 plus, instead of just the normal like 150 to 250, 220 depending on the card.
For 2 years, which is worth another $120 a year. You're also going to be getting 1 year of complimentary Lyft Pink when you activate the service using your credit card, and that is worth $240.
Okay, I use Uber, I don't use Lyft, but another solid value there.
You're also going to be getting free Priority Pass lounge access for yourself and up to 2 guests anytime you travel.
Big. If you don't have the Amex Delta card, this is the next best thing. Get the Amex Delta card, but this is the next best thing.
You're also going to be getting complimentary global entry or TSA pre-check, which works out to be about a $100 statement credit every 4 years. And you're also going to be getting
It's not a bad deal. If you're going to get TSA pre anyway, I would not go through Blue or whatever the heck that is. Whatever the one that they give you for free for 90 days and then they try and charge you. TSA pre, I would get, because then you can just walk through TSA. That one's a big one. Oh, it's called Clear. I want to say Clear. I wouldn't recommend. I don't think that really does anything. But I would mainly put this credit towards the TSA pre, because it's a way bigger deal.
So many other perks and services that are just too much to mention here. Oh, and also a brand new feature that just went into effect on July 1st. The credit card is going to be giving you 5 times points back on Instacart, 5 times points back at gas stations, and 10 times points back on streaming. And this one is actually really good. I'll share with you how much it's worth. That makes this card really good, even if it does cost you $550 a year to open it. You're getting at least $1,630 worth of value for $550 spent.
Now again, this is only if you actually spend all the money and if you are going to use these things, but again, if you're traveling enough, every business owner I'd recommend this to now. So I'm digging it. $1,630 over $550. This is a way better deal, and I'll probably add it to my coaching too. So this is a big deal.
That's what makes this card so good to get for anyone who loves spending money on travel, even if you're not traveling really beyond your own city. Let's move on to the next category here, and that would be the best credit card for dining out, and that would be the American Express Gold Card. Now this one does have an annual fee of $250 a year, but it's got so many really good rewards that more than make up for that, especially if you do not do any traveling. Like to start, when you sign up for the card, you're going to be getting a sign-up bonus worth anywhere from 35,000 to 50,000 points. Usually when you...
Of course, that's $350 to $500, so it pays for itself like every one of the bonuses cards do.